This is clip 2 for Shabbat lesson number 1. Shabbat Shalom. I say to all of you, Achim wa Achotiot. I apologize. The reason why you always hear me saying Achim wa Achotiot is that Achim means brothers. Ach is brother singular. Achim is brother plural. Wa in modern Hebrew would be va, and it means and. In modern Hebrew, you'll hear it pronounced a whole bunch of words whole bunch of ways depending on which words it's placed with. You can hear it pronounced as ve, va, or u in modern Hebrew. But in ancient Hebrew, there was no v, at least for vav, and I don't believe that there was any other V's, and I'll do later videos on that with the Hebrew lessons. Today this is a Shabbat lesson. Wa is how I believe it should be pronounced, and depending on the word, I think it may have been pronounced O or U at times, at least for the pronunciation of the word we know in English as and, like I have 1 and 2 chicken legs. I don't know. It's and. So when I say achim wa, I'm saying brothers and when I say achotiot, that means sisters. Sisters is achotiot. One sister is achot. More than one sister is achotiot, which is sister plural. There are two different types of plurals in Hebrew. There is masculine plural, which is things that are male or masculine in tendency, and this is the im. It's im. So when I say achim, it's masculine plural brothers. Well, obviously brothers is masculine. Babylon say a little bit different, but don't worry about all that. The other is oat. Now it sounds very similar to another type of oat, and that's the Hebrew word for sign, letter, or wonder. But the feminine plural in Hebrew is oat. So if you have a word like achot, which is sister, to make it plural, more than one sister, you say achotiot. Yes. So that was really another Hebrew language lesson. I'll be throwing bits and pieces of different topics and different things here and there because I want to give you all a complete understanding of your culture, of your heritage, your forgotten lost heritage, and also let you know modern day things and what is going on and how everything relates. Now back to Shabbat. Things to do and not to do on Shabbat. First thing I stated was not to use electronics unless you are using it for the will of the Most High to do His work, like I'm doing right now, to teach, to help, to give tzedakah, which is charity. Another thing is, like I listed before, not to kindle any fires in your houses. No candles, no lighters, no flipping on white light switches. Now another thing, the Shabbat is not to just add a whole nother list of things to your life that you should not do just to make your life harder. No, it's a time of rest where you get away from the world. We're so surrounded by all these things that inhibit us from our natural state of being or stop us from being natural, that we don't even know how they hinder us. Shabbat is a time where you can rest and get away from everything and just have some peace and quiet and get together with friends and loved ones. Don't have where you don't have to do any work. You can just rest all day. You can be lazy if you want, but just make sure you pray and you study the law, you study the scriptures, you study the prophets, get some study on and get closer to the Most High. And not only that, get closer to the people you love. Go out and give a homeless person a meal, something like that. This is the type of things you do on Shabbat, and this is why it's a set apart thing. It's a day that the Most High set apart since the beginning of creation. And the Messiah said the Shabbat was made for man and not man for Shabbat. So in that, it's not even saying that Shabbat is just for Israelites. It's saying that Shabbat is for the whole world, for all the nations of the world, because it was set apart in the beginning. He set it apart and blessed it. Said it was good, and he set it apart from the beginning. Even when we were escaping Egypt in the Exodus, we were not allowed to go out and collect manna on Shabbat, but we had to collect it before. And that was before the law was given, if my memory serves me correctly. So we know that it's a day that was in continuance since creation. It wasn't given with the law; it always has been. Um, and this is what Shabbat is. It's not to inhibit your pleasure, but it's supposed to be a day of joy, of rest, of peace, of worship, of prayer, of study, and all the like. Uh, if no other day you can hang out with your friends and family and just have peace, it's a good day, a very good day. And so the Most High said in the beginning. Other things that you may not do on Shabbat. Um, More electronics, mechanics, driving a car, unless you are going to help somebody who is in dire need, or the like. You see, these things that you cannot do on Shabbat, their only exception is if it's in accordance with charity or with the will of the Most High to do His work, like to help people, like to spread the law, the word, give instruction of the Torah, because that's essentially what the Torah means. Instruction. Some people say law, that's true as well, but it's more uh, instruction. Um, Other things is you want to cook all of your meals before Shabbat comes. You want to clean your entire household before Shabbat comes. When it comes to taking a bath, I prefer to take my baths at night, or showers. Excuse me, I always use baths in regard to shower, bath, whatever. I prefer to take my showers at night on every day except Friday, which in Hebrew is Yom Shishi. On Yom Shishi, I take my shower in the morning, but Saturday night, I take my shower at night, and then every other day at night. That way I avoid taking any shower on Shabbat, because Shabbat, it begins on sundown Friday and ends on sundown Saturday. And I'll end this clip here, and I'll begin continue explaining the days of the week and Hebrew days, when they begin and when they end. Shalom.